A man knows booty when he sees booty.
Come on now.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Tom Brady should have stayed in that retirement home. He should have left.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
The Jets are better constructed right now. They're closer to a Super Bowl than the New York Giants.
I would like.
They're a quarterback away. Corey's living in his own NFL right now.
Justin Fields is playing good.
He's been playing a lot better.
You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
Yeah, wow.
You don't like to hump?
Yeah.
Not a big humper?
Yo.
It's Football Friday on WHPC Sports Talk.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Welcome, sports fans, to a special 2-hour edition of Football Friday and WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College. 90.3 WHPC is your host as usual. Joshua Umahi, joined by Nico Weech, Corey David, and Franz Compare. How we doing, fellas?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. You know, just chilling, getting ready for this New Year's. School's out. I passed all my classes.
You did? That's good.
Except, I passed all my class, but I got all B's. One of my teachers just wanted to be one of those and give me a C. So,
one of those.
What a bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's kind of on Nico to say the silent part out loud.
I really got to find out what's allowed and what's not. Because I'll be like, yo.
I mean, Corey, I guess the FCC really just believed that people be bitches for real, so
Oh, God.
I ain't even
I guess that's how they feel, but how Franz, Nico, how we doing?
I'm good.
Nico?
Franz, how are you?
I don't know. I'm scared for my Giants.
You scared for your Giants?
It's over.
It's not over.
It might be over.
After what happened with Minnesota, I'm a little shaky.
They actually kind of had a solid showing. They only.
I mean,
solid. It was solid.
You know, towards the end, but classic Giants. They never want to start the game how they finish it. So,
well, there was some positives to take out of Saturday's game, where you had Daniel Jones play well. You had Barkley score the game-tying touchdown. It was a lot of good things. I like how the offense played. I know Minnesota's defense ain't that spectacular, but I think the Giants showed a lot of fight. And even if you feel down on them after that last game, have no fear, because Jeff Saturday's Colts are here. They have no idea what they're doing anymore. And if you're a Giants fan, 516-572-7440 if you want to chime in about your team and your chances. We're going to start off recapping or previewing rather the Giants and Jets games this weekend as usual. But Giants fans, you're up first. Think about it. If you go back to the start of the season and you're like, somebody says to you, the football crystal ball tarot card whatever holder thing, I don't know, but they tell you all you have to do to clinch a playoff spot is to beat Jeff Saturday's Colts. Like, when did Jeff Saturday go into coaching, number one? And number two, like, that's all you have to do? The 4-10-1 Colts? I think Giants fans would take that. It's a golden opportunity. You just better not blow it, though. So I want to get into this game first with the New York Giants, and I want to get into what the keys of victory would be against, a Colts team. They're going to start. Who are they going to start this week? I don't even care anymore.
Probably Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. They're going to start Nick Foles.
Yeah. Super Bowl champion Nick Foles.
Yeah, I mean, they tried Matt Ryan to start the season. Then they went to Sam Ellinger. Okay, and then Frank Reich got fired, and then back to Matt Ryan, and they have no idea what they're doing. And it's a shame because they're a very talented team when they're healthy, but they're cooked. If the Giants can't win this game, they're cooked. So I want to go to Franz and Corey, the two Giants fans in the room. Like, how are we feeling? I know you still have some injuries on defense. Adoree Jackson is listed as doubtful with that knee injury. Azeez Ojulari is questionable with the ankle injury, and then Xavier McKinney will still look like he's not going to play. So.
Yeah, he's not. But honestly, with Azeez Ojulari going out, that kind of hurts because, like, our first 12 weeks of football, like, the D-line was struggling with getting that pressure, and immediately as soon as he came back, like, within, like, 3 or 4 weeks of play, like, the numbers for D-line went up. They kind of, like, matched the first 12 weeks in 4 weeks. So that was a big help, and for him to be questionable, and if he does miss this game, that's going to be a big blow for our front line, which definitely sucks. And then obviously, we already know how the DB room gets. They love giving up passes downfield. Darnay Holmes is like our only bright spot in the DB room.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. He even scares me.
We ain't even gonna lie. Like, we can't don't cap. He get a little too handsy.
Yeah, bro. Darnay's always getting a penalty, yo. It sucks.
If they was really looking in that Washington Commanders game, they might have seen something at the end of that game. I'm lucky.
I'm saying, like, if we gotta rely on Darnay Holmes, I'm gonna be scared. Which it is what it is. I'm scared. So,
look, I'm still always, like I said, I'm always optimistic. Just on the fact that, you never know how the game is going to play out. Like if you look at that Dallas Cowboys game a couple weeks back, I didn't think how we would have as good of a first half as we did. And I was just surprised. And so, how that game progressed, as bad as it may have seemed, there were still positives that you could look back at. Like these past couple of weeks, as bad as the Giants, even when they losses or the wins, there's always positives you can look at and just take away from those.
Nah, yeah, you're right, because like we said, Daniel Jones balled out, minus that one interception, but he did a lot of great things.
I ain't gonna cap. He played himself into another year.
Yeah, I would say he did, and somebody who I've been high on since the beginning of the season, Isaiah Hodgins had a career day as well. I think he hauled in like 8 passes for about 90 yards and a touchdown. So with Isaiah Hodgins balling like that, I don't know if we sign him back or does that make his trade value go up? Who knows? But I think those are 2 big bright spots that I could pull from that game.
The thing is, though, we playing the Indianapolis Colts this week. You scared? I ain't scared.
Don't get too cocky now, Corey.
Yeah.
Who I'm supposed to be scared of? Who they quarterback?
Don't get too cocky.
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Who's it?
But look, you're gonna jinx your team.
Look, am I supposed to be scared of Sam Ellinger? They already shut down.
Don't underestimate your opponents.
Look, they already shut down Jonathan Taylor for the year. I'm just saying.
So, with that being said, though, you don't see this being or having trap game vibes at all?
How can it be a trap game? We ain't look.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, not the traditional sense of a trap game, but like, you might be sleeping on the Colts a little bit.
A trap game is when, like, you got, like, say the Dallas Cowboys versus the Texans, and they going through life and death with them. This is like a game where I say it's winnable. Like, we should win it, but if we don't, like, I could see they have a lot more weapons. Technically, the Colts have more weapons, even without Jonathan Taylor or a competent quarterback. You still have a couple of good weapons at receiver, and their defense is still solid. As long as Stephon Gilmore is still playing, it'll be difficult to get complete passes. But I think in the end, we should walk away with the victory.
I agree with you. I mean, there's no excuse for the Giants not to win this game because you're looking at, say you lose this game, right? You're still going to be alive for the playoffs, but you're going to have an Eagles team that who knows if Jalen Hurts comes back? Who knows if they still have something to play for? I'm
scared of that. Like,
yeah.
He's going to purposely come back and just try to go off for like a crazy like MVP type performance so he can stitch his name solely there so he can just try to win that award. And it'd be stupid. Just hold him out to playoffs.
No, I agree with you. I think Gardner Minshew. Listen, they almost beat the Cowboys in Dallas with Gardner Minshew playing. I honestly think they should have won that game, but they made some mistakes down the stretch.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That game I'm scared of because now I think about it. Even if you have Gardner Minshew starting at quarterback, that team is just too good. With the point where it's like, do I think the Giants could win against that team? It don't even have to be like the quarterback play or the quarterback play because as long as you have a competent quarterback, solid. Gardner Minshew is below average, but he's just right there.
You think so?
He's like right there.
I think he should be a starter in this league.
Ooh.
People have been saying that.
There's certain teams I can see him start for. Saints.
I mean, there was the question, do you keep Gardner Minshew over Trevor Lawrence? So that was a question during draft time.
That was such
I think it was just like a fan thing because, like,
he wasn't terrible. He played good football.
Yeah, I don't know why when I see Gardner Minshew, the only song I think of is "I'm on a highway to the danger zone."
Corey with the busting out the notes on us. All right.
Look, that's when I see him, I really think that, like, he reminds me of Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes. I mean,
did you see he rented out a van? He rented out a bus and was just living in it. He said, "I'm getting real hippie vibes. I learned how to play the guitar." I was like, this guy, he seems like the type of person that have a samurai sword
Definitely.
in his living room.
Yeah.
And just takes it out sometimes and actually pretends like he actually
Plays
knows
Fruit
what to do.
Ninja in real life. Yeah.
We get ayahuasca vibes from Gardner.
Yes.
Nah, massive
Nah.
pot vibes. Massive pot vibes.
It's preferred. I know
Nah,
some.
Massive.
God, did you see the interview? Did you see his interview with on the bus?
Nah.
I get those Oscar, those Aaron Rodgers, like, I get those vibes where it's like, you don't know what this guy's on it. It's not even pot.
It's not pot.
It ain't pot.
I don't know.
He on
Whatever he's on. He's living a good life.
He on something. He on something crazy.
Any you want to share with the class what you think? Or?
I think a little. I think he might be on a hypnotic.
Oh, he's on the shrooms. He's on the shrooms for sure.
Something psychedelic.
Oh, yeah.
He's a psychedelic guy, and I agree with Nico. I think he should definitely be considered to be a starting quarterback. And when you think about the quarterback carousel we're going to see this season,
It's going to be fun.
think about all the teams that either need quarterbacks or have old quarterbacks that need to be in the retirement home or anything.
What are the Texans going to do? Are they still going to stay with that Mills?
No, Bryce Young is a Texan.
Okay.
No.
What do you think in Detroit? You think
No, the Jared Goff's, that's his spot.
it's his spot?
That's his spot.
Okay. What about San Fran?
They have Brock Purdy.
They might be.
What?
I mean,
what?
I
They
know
have
Tom
Brock
Brady.
Purdy, bro.
I know Tom Brady is
So
rumored to the 49ers every year.
So,
but
time out,
I would stick with Brock.
So talking about it's just screw Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I'm sorry. I can't trust a North Dakota State University product.
Bring him onto the Superdome. We'll try to fix
Take him.
I'll try to fix him.
If Brock Purdy finishes out this season as the starting QB, then I think they're gonna run with Purdy.
I mean, really,
Not
it depends what he shows in
Not
the
necessarily,
playoffs.
because you look at a situation
yeah.
like I believe didn't Washington like a couple years ago let Heineke finish out the year and he got him into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, like they did that, and they still went the guy's replacement
Yeah,
and Ryan Fitzpatrick.
But I don't know. Brock Purdy, he rocks in that offense.
really.
He's in that role that a couple of NFL quarterbacks are in right now. Just do enough where you don't mess up.
I don't think so. I think he's exceeding expectations.
He between him, Lance, and Garoppolo, he's working that system the best.
From what we've seen this season, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even
Trey,
close.
Trey didn't get a fair evaluation.
No, he didn't. But
Look, if you see a guy who's like dominating in the offense that you run, why try and take a risk on Trey?
You play the hot hand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I say
You
they
play the high hand for now, but I don't know.
Listen,
no.
whatever. It depends what he
I
does
don't
in the playoffs.
Are y'all expecting a lot from him in the
But
playoffs?
even then,
I'm expecting a lot from that team in the playoffs. So yeah.
even then, I feel like if he does underperform in the playoffs, if it's not like terribly, like he played disgusting, I think they won't like be too harsh on him for that performance if it does turn out a little bit not the way they expected because of how much he's overachieved in the regular season.
Right.
And he still has a lot of games left to show people what he's really capable of.
If anything, it'll be a QB battle between Lance and Purdy next year.
If anything.
Because Garoppolo's out.
Yeah, he gonna get himself a little starting role. We don't know where.
Tampa.
Well, Tampa, you don't know what's going on there. Depending on how the season winds up, and Tom Brady, who knows what he's going to do, right?
I mean, there's no point of him retiring now, right? He has nothing to go back to.
Right, the house empty,
I
and
mean, he doesn't plan on to either way.
yeah, so
There's so many spots for him to go. You got
It
Vegas
is.
now because Derek Carr's out. Indianapolis.
and Josh
'cause-
McDaniels is already in Vegas. We forget about that too.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be the quarterback movement. I think it's going to be historic this offseason.
Definitely.
And one of the teams that's going to be tied up in that as well is the New York Jets. And we talk about Brock Purdy and what he's done with a great defense and great weapons. Well, Mike White's healthy again, and he has a chance to do the exact same thing Purdy's doing. I mean, he kind of got off to a good start, but then he got hurt in Buffalo. We haven't seen him since, but he's back in the saddle. They benched Zach Wilson. He's back to Zach that is being inactive. Joe Flacco's the QB2. So, I guess. But hey, Quinnen Williams was voted the team MVP, so that's good for him. Definitely a good honor. He's been the leader of that defense. He's been a great player for them. But what we have to talk about the Jets' chances at the playoffs. So they were helped out with a Patriots loss last week. Obviously, we talk about Tua this week on the 3 interceptions while he was concussed. which we can get into a little bit, but I just don't understand.
Mike White to
retired,
save
Bro,
it.
he might have to, bro.
Tua needs to retire.
He needs to.
Dang, y'all
Corey,
really?
safety.
Bro, there's a bunch.
Health and safety.
Bro, there's
please.
a bunch of collegiate athletes we never even hear about.
I hear a bunch of people say like, he needs to retire, but I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. Just like,
Bro, Jalen Phillips on the Dolphins coming out of UCLA, bro. He medically retired at a point after like 2 or 3 concussions, and Tua's been banged up way worse.
Bro
than Jalen.
almost died in Cincinnati.
You know what I'm saying? Although Jalen's back, and the defensive end for the Dolphins, when he was at UCLA, he medically retired, and he thought he wasn't gonna play again. He came back, so it might be time Tua may need to just take a little break, maybe come back in the future. Who knows? But it's very possible he.
Last
could,
person I seen that like really like retired because of like people didn't feel like his body would like withstand the game was Austin. Not even him. I'm just talking about from head injuries. Was Austin Collie from the Colts?
Yo, Peyton Manning still got to be held accountable for that. He was on hospital pass after hospital pass to that man. Like, yeah, I remember that was really the big guy in terms of like concussions derailing his career.
Actually, him and what's the linebacker from Carolina? Kuechly. Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
Like I remember this one. I knew concussions was bad in the NFL. When he caught a concussion, and it was just like they zoomed in on him, and he was like crying. He was crying, but it just seemed like he didn't know where he was.
He was crying with a stone face. Like that wasn't.
It was just like he was kind of angry at the time. Like he was crying, angry. It was just like a whole bunch of emotions going in. And I was like, yeah, he's messed up right now.
But everything you're saying is why we're saying like Tua's really got to consider retirement, because we've seen those physical signs with Tua. I mean, after the first one, he's stumbling and hobbling to the sideline, and then we all know that Thursday night he just passed out unconscious on the field.
Yeah,
and barely moving. And then this one,
I think ultimately it's probably going to be up to him and his own decision. But I think if what's the coach for the Dolphins right now?
Mike McDaniel.
He seems like a lot of stuff he says kind of seems like he's nonchalant about this issue. Like he doesn't have as much compassion as you would see us over here. It was like, for his well-being. I think mostly because he seems like he sees his job on the line in this sense.
I think it stems from the higher ups too in Miami, though. I think the owners are definitely putting a lot on Mike McDaniel to make this dude play. And
we know the Dolphins don't have the most I fear the greatest front office either.
I fear he might play. Not this week, but probably next week.
I don't want him to.
Well, he probably will. And first off, on Mike McDaniel, I don't know when Logic got into coaching, so that's interesting. But you said it. He cares about his job security above all else. Yeah. He knows the best way or the easiest way, or maybe the only way for the Dolphins to get into the playoffs. And in year one for a coach, that would be a big deal. But he knows it's Tua, or you're not going to count Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson. Yeah. Like, they're not going to get it done. So we know what it is with the Dolphins. They obviously lose to Nico's Packers on Sunday on Christmas, and that opened the door back up for the Jets. So real quick around the room, this is going to be our form of a preview of the game. We think the Jets make the playoffs. Now, mind you, they're at Seattle, at Miami, who we just talked about to close the year. Mm-hmm. They're 7-8. They're the 9th seed right now, but the Dolphins are ahead of them. The Patriots have this. If they wind up with the same record, the Patriots have the tiebreaker. But the Patriots have a tough schedule coming up too. So right now, you're looking at the Chargers in a wild card spot. The Ravens. I think those two teams are locked for the wild card.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only spot available now is the 7th seed.
We think the Jets got it.
You said Mike White is back?
Yeah.
Yes.
If it ain't White, it ain't right.
Nah, they're not making it.
They're not making it.
They're not making it. I'm not even going to entertain what he just said.
Mike White ain't the same.
Nah, not with that schedule coming up. You're going against a really good defense in Seattle. Tariq Woolen.
Yeah. Yes. Pro Bowlers. This shit.
Should be.
AKA the second coming of Richard Sherman.
I mean, the Jets, if they don't make the playoffs, if you ask me, they won't.
It's a good building block.
Honestly, Tennessee could make it, and the Jacksonville can make it too at this point.
Can I just say, like, with the records that both the Jets and the Giants have, you're not mad at. You like, we didn't even expect it. Like, You didn't expect that they would get these, like, this season would go the way it did.
But hold up, though, because with the Giants situation, it's different because I think the Jets got a lot more talent, number one. Like, if the Jets...
Way more talent.
The issue with the Jets is just that if they had better quarterback play, if they had just, like, mid-grade quarterback play, they'd be a championship contender with that defense.
Jimmy G. Yeah, Jimmy G.
Bro, think about it like this. If you take our quarterback and put him on the Jets, they're going somewhere.
Yeah, they are. That's true.
Daniel Jones on the Jets this year? Like,
or you put like 25 out of the 32 starting quarterbacks in the league, that team's probably in the Super Bowl.
But Jones without Dable was like kind of a tragedy a little bit. So who knows?
True.
Who knows if we would have put him in
mean,
Robert Saleh's hands, what would have happened?
I think Zach Wilson's beyond saving, number one. Who knows what he can do with Mike White, but
look, if I say the Seahawks is going to be the challenge, I truly don't believe the Dolphins are going to beat the Jets because I feel like with this whole concussion stuff going on with Tua, one, he's probably fighting demons himself because this is like a serious situation. This is a reoccurring problem. And then on top of that, Teddy B, I don't think he's doing it. Like, Dolphins without Tua is nothing.
Yeah.
They're not going to perform how they usually perform. And on top of that, Teddy B's also like, he was the concussion protocol master before Tua. You know Teddy B got a history with concussions too, so who knows if he might even stay up the whole game.
Right.
And then who's the last dude?
I can't even tell you his name. I remember one minute and I forget it the next. It's just irrelevant.
Like,
so
yeah. So I don't think the Dolphins is gonna be the hard game for the Jets. I think that I'm confident enough to say that might be a secure W. But Seahawks, I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't think they're gonna get blown out the water.
Oh, it's gonna be a great game. And you look at the matchups between the Seattle Seahawks offense, and they got DK Metcalf and Kenneth Walker running the ball, and Geno Smith. It's a big story. Geno Smith up against a team that drafted him that, I don't feel like he got a fair shake with.
Yeah.
You can say he didn't play that great in MetLife, but I think with the way he's played in Seattle, it's a big game for him to prove himself. Like, I had the chance to knock my old team out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for him. I think he's going to play well. And if you ask me, I think the Jets' playoff chances end this week.
Think so?
They dropped to 7-9 with one game left. Like, it's not going to look good for them. So, yeah, that, and we talk about what team's going to make the final playoff spot in the AFC. I got two sleepers, and Nico said it earlier. So, we're going to get to last night's Thursday Night Football game in a little bit, the Cowboys-Titans game. But it was an irrelevant game for the Titans. Yeah. That game had no relevance to them making the playoffs or winning the division or not. They lost, so they're kind of out of a wild card spot, but we know, it's either win the division or bust for them. So they played the third string Joshua Dobbs, who's the NFL version of Charlie Villanueva, and we saw that work that played out. I'm looking at it now. The Jaguars could still make it as a wild card. So it could be the Titans winning the division. Jaguars could still make it as a wild card. Don't sleep on the Pittsburgh Steelers either. They're 7-8 right now. They play the Ravens this week, and then they play the Browns to close the year. The Browns, who haven't looked great at all since Deshaun Watson came back. So, looking at the AFC, I'm like, looking at all the teams in the mix here: Patriots, Dolphins, Jets, Titans. Why not the Steelers? Why not Mike Tomlin still not having a losing season on his record? Why not? So we'll move on from that. We'll get to the game picks in a little bit, but let's quickly recap the Cowboys-Titans Thursday Night Football game. Like I said, Cowboys moved to 12-4 with a 27-13 win. It kind of looked competitive for some reason, considering the Titans should have had no shot in this game, but Cowboys got it together in the second half. Dak Prescott, after 2 first-half interceptions, throws 2 second-half touchdowns to Dalton Schultz. Pretty good game for him. I find it funny. I know a lot of the picks weren't his fault, but top 3 in the league in interceptions. Only played 10 games.
Yeah, they said he was he threw 14 interceptions this season.
Yeah,
I be kind of seeing why some Dallas fans are if a little iffy on him sometimes.
You mean Eric? Yeah. Eric is very off on Dak Prescott.
Me personally, I'm like, dang. I'm like, I know for a fact our quarterback situation, I would say Dak is better than Daniel Jones statistically, and I think just what he brings to the field.
Well, but the issue with the Cowboys and their fans is that they want a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, is that going to be good enough? Is he that guy to win a Super Bowl for them?
I don't think there's a quarterback good enough for them to get to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys is just cursed.
That's just
Cowboys just cursed.
See, I'm not doing that. I'm not entertaining
Cowboys
that.
cursed. Hey,
I'll entertain that. Yeah, he's right.
The curse?
Yeah.
they ain't gonna get.
They always crumble at the end of the season.
Yeah, like they
always.
put up good seasons, have a good resume, and then get nothing out of it.
As Stephen A. Smith would say, some way, somehow, when there's high expectations for the Cowboys, they will let you down. They're an accident, just waiting. They gonna mess it up. Just wait.
Think about it. When Dak and Zeke first started taking over the scene, bro, like, I mean, everybody was ecstatic. That one Cowboys fan had a tattoo confirming the Super Bowl. And what happened? We thought they was about to wild out, and they got to the playoffs and did nada.
I mean, that was like their first year where they went like I forgot how they only lost like one game, and that was only because they sat out all their starters. Like they had a chance to go undefeated for a little bit.
They're going crazy. Had all the hype and didn't do nothing with it.
They lost to Jared Cook and the Packers, I remember, that year.
That's right, baby.
Yeah,
One of the greatest catches of all time, if you ask me.
Skip Bayless will say that kick was just supernatural. Like, to this day, he hate on the Packers for a lot of stuff.
Well, when you keep losing to them time after time.
That wasn't the Dez catch game, right?
No,
that was a different time that the Cowboys were hyped up.
That was 2014.
That was the Tony Romo year. That was Tony Romo's year.
2014 NFC. Oh, jeez.
Real quick, Dez caught it or nah? He caught it?
No.
He didn't catch it?
Not with the rules that were in place. Not with the rules that were in place.
He caught it.
Not with the rules that were in place.
Could we keep it a buck? He caught it. But
the bag was
the karma from the karma from Detroit the week prior, it offset it. So like,
oh, you're right.
Detroit didn't get a couple of calls, and that should have been the year that Detroit made it far in the playoffs with Calvin Johnson, just a whole squad, and I guess the Dallas Cowboys got their karma.
Look, let me tell you, if we being for real. It should have been in the hands, not up here, none of that. It should have been in the hands.
Time out.
So that's Dez's fault.
Time out.
If he wanted to go further, it should have been in the hands, not in his
That's the best explanation I've heard.
You know what I'm saying? You receive it. Catch it with your hands.
Time out. He did catch it. He caught it. He made the move to dive. He made the move to try to go for the end zone.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
Yo, that play,
hands, bro.
That play is going to be debated for the rest of the time.
It's funny how the line of karma just adds up there.
No, but
because then the Packers win, Brandon Bostic happens, Seattle gets to the Super Bowl, Russ throws a pick at the 1 yard line.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
The NFC was like,
I was like, yo, that was the craziest play. That was one of the craziest playoffs, like karma wise.
Great playoffs though.
We were talking about it pre-show, Nico, like, and we're gonna get into Russell Wilson a little later because when we get into the game picks, we gotta talk about the Broncos. But on the 1 yard line, like, I still can't believe that,
bro. Was that like the highlight of Malcolm Butler's career?
Yes.
Yeah, because after that he fell off. Like, you never heard from him again, really.
Literally.
Yeah, no, he got benched in the one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the receiver that happened to.
Who was it?
It was tragic what happened to him. He messed up his neck. He was the receiver. He was the Seattle.
Ricardo Lockett.
Yeah, Ricardo Lockett. He messed up his neck. Never played. I think he had like one more year after that Super Bowl, and that was it.
I want to talk about curses. Russell Wilson might got one on him.
Maybe.
What it's I call it it's the Legion of Doom curse, because as soon as they disbanded, it's like, yeah, your career went to trash. I mean, statistically, he was still playing phenomenally, but as far as winning and going far in the playoffs, nah.
It's dangerously good.
Yeah, not really, Russ.
Like,
not really.
You look over the years, like quarterbacks and like just like players that were once good are became super trash. Like Cam Newton at one point was that guy. This year, not even playing.
Well, that's T.J. Watt's fault.
That is true.
Ever since that hit on that primetime game, I remember it like it was yesterday. He got that one hit on Cam Newton, T.J. Watt, on the right shoulder. He was never the same.
Well, me personally, I just felt like he ain't been the same ever since like the Super Bowl when he seen that fumble right there, and he just backed away. And everybody critiqued him about that, and he just had this cloud over him ever since that Super Bowl.
I never understood that argument.
What?
Not diving for the ball
to retain possession. Like, you could have won that game.
Yeah, but you don't want to get injured in the Super Bowl that early.
Bro. It was late. That was late.
That was late.
That was late.
You
must be thinking about the Von Miller sack when he just took the ball away from him.
Bro, he thought he was going back. He was like, I'm just thinking about next year at this point. And then he ain't never make it back.
I call it the Dan Marino effect. Like you think you get to the Super Bowl and you think, oh, this was easy to get to. Yeah. I could get back. You don't never make it back.
I fear it's going to be like that for a lot of great quarterbacks that are in the league right
that's
now.
what happened with Aaron Rodgers.
I'm scared it's going to happen to Joe Burrow.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, bro.
I thought about that. When they lost last year, I was like, there's no way he makes it back.
Because I was watching like the sound FX thing and Jamar Chase is like, yo, first year, like we did it. First year. I'm like, Jamar, you better
when the
cherish
49ers made it against the Chiefs, there was that clip of George Kittle being like, I'll be back. He's not making it back.
He's not.
Purdy pulls some
as long as Lamar is in that division with I don't think you ever making it back, my guy.
With Joe Burrow?
I don't think, because look.
No, I can't.
Lamar's gone after this year, though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They won't franchise tag him.
They gonna franchise.
They won't.
They franchise.
Why don't you think they won't?
Somebody's going to give him a good package.
It gotta be a.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna have
big
to be,
package.
It's gonna have to be a crazy. It's gonna have to be a crazy package because you're gonna have to offer like a couple first, maybe.
It's Lamar Jackson, though. I think a lot of teams.
Your franchise quarterback for years to come.
But then you look. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of quarterbacks this year have muddied the waters for that. Like you look at like the Deshaun Watson situation, but you also look at. I feel like Russell.
You can't compare.
No, not even Deshaun Watson. I feel Russell and Kyler cost quarterbacks a lot of money this year.
Russell, yeah, I don't think you can say that about Kyler.
You gave Kyler this extension because he begged and pleaded for during the offseason, right? He gets that extension. What did he do this year?
Okay.
What did he do?
Yeah, and there's a lot of things going against Kyler over there in Arizona.
Time out, mind you, he had all the weapons.
You had for the first 6 weeks.
I think
you had no D-Hop.
That's a big blow.
Kingsbury's got to be one of the dumbest coaches in the league. That wasn't working out.
The dumbest. Like what Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray and both haven't played well this year, but what they have going for them is that Nathaniel Hackett just got fired. Cliff Kingsbury's on his way out. So
Kyler might be on his way out too.
You look at the coaching situation, like it's not what you want if you're a quarterback.
Yeah.
Look, as Deion Sanders once said it, and this is a perfect point. As much as you want to blame the coaches or anything, it's the players. You go out, you make things happen as the players.
You're not going to tell me, a Saints fan, that because we brought back the exact same team, healthy, and then you go from Sean Payton to Dennis Allen, and now we're one of the dumbest teams in the league. Like that's coaching.
I understand what you're saying. Corey.
Injuries played a crazy part in your team.
Yeah, but no, I'm not.
Look at your team.
That's what I'm saying. Like I understand what you're saying, but look at us. Like Dable came through and really changed the culture. When you have a coach like you want to play for, like if it's that 4th down and 3 and Saquon in the backfield, he's like, all right, bro, I'm doing this for Dable. I'm gonna get it for Dable. I'm gonna do it for myself, but I'm doing it for Dable.
Unless you're at the Washington 45.
But regardless of anything,
this man is a troll, bro.
If you have a great coach, no matter what, you still have to be the one out there on the field producing.
I understand that.
Boom. Give you an example. When we had like I forgot what year it was. I know it was I'm trying to think of it. So yeah, we had Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. We had that crazy defense that we bought. It was like Olivier Vernon, all those guys.
That was Ben McAdoo.
Yeah, we ain't had the best coaches, but those players, regardless of talent, like they were still clicking just because they can produce. Regardless of that, they overcame the coaching.
Okay, and then next season was trash.
Garbage.
No, that defense got injured. It was like this. Like you look at like certain situations, like certain guys wouldn't be in. Like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie was our best slot corner. Sometimes he would be out. It was a lot of difficulties in that season. After.
Bro, even watching that season, I think our schedule wasn't like
because also
OD hard. If you ask me,
I want to say that was the year of the boat pick, right? Mm-hmm. But then you remember in that preseason, Odell gets injured. I think Odell got injured, the ankle injury, right?
Yeah,
the next year,
I'm not too sure.
The ankle injury.
No, but they were already losing games in the regular season before that.
No. I'm talking about after that boat pitcher year. You go into that season with where he gets the ankle injury, and then it just like the receiving core never got healthy after that, and then just a plethora of things after the receiving core gets injured, the defense starts to slowly just basically go to crap basically, and a lot of those guys that were key cogs, they leave. You got Landon Collins leaves, Dominic Rogers, he retires. Everybody just goes like.
But I think that's the point we're making with this Giants team this year because they've had injuries too. They didn't fall apart. Brian Daboll kept it together. Now they're going to make the playoffs probably if you beat the Colts.
I mean, they play into what they could. They play into what they could possibly do. Like I said, it's what you as the players produce. Like if Daniel Jones, like he's making best with what he has. Like yes, we know if he had better weapons, he can produce better. But he has Richie James and he has all these. Keep it a buck, not like C-level receivers, and he's making do with that. Saquon is just balling out. The defense, they're injured right now. But they're making do with. They're playing at the level that the best possible way they can. It's like the coaching is important, but it's what you produce out there. You look at Kayvon Thibodeau's effort. Like regardless of the coach, he's putting that effort out there.
Not regardless of the coach. I can't say that because Kayvon Thibodeau. Like if he would have been in, we talked about it. Remember we did the draft show. Like if this guy would have gone to Detroit or Jacksonville. Like I'm sorry, he loves New York and he loves Brian Daboll. He's the type of guy, like, he plays for the stuff around him.
Yeah, you saw his reaction on draft night.
Yeah.
If you ever play sports in your life, you know, like, when you have that one coach, it's like, all right, I'll run through a wall for this guy, bro. Like,
Look at the lines with Dan Campbell.
But time out. Even if you have a bad coach, regardless of anything, that's whatever product you're putting on tape, that's you. You have to live with that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, that coach, when you have a good coach and y'all have, like, a strong relationship, like, it's going to make your play multiply by 2. Like,
1,000%.
That's just my experience with coaches. Like, that's how I feel about it.
I don't know why.
You're going to play a lot better for a good coach.
Yeah.
Like, you'll probably play better, but, like, regardless of anything, like, you can't really blame coaching because you're the players out there. You what makes everything happen. Like if LeBron is playing, you look at the NBA right now, the Lakers. That's what. As much as you want to say, the Lakers got terrible coaching right now. That's what those players are out there on the court. It's not the player. It's not the coach's fault that Patrick Beverley can't shoot. It's just what it is. God bless some people with being able to play the game of basketball. Some not. You just so happen not to be one of the greats, but you still out there, right?
I just think that NFL-wise, right, I think this year has shown us more than any year I can remember that coaching matters, yo. Because we've had some really talented teams. We can go to the Packers, the Saints, the Buccaneers, teams like that the coaches haven't been there and look at where they are.
Coaching matters, right, you say? And I'm going to just allude this with the Russell Wilson situation. So when Russell is seeing a guy wide open and he decides, you know what, I could go a little far. That's on the coaching? Or is that on Russ?
I don't know. If I'm coaching the Broncos, I'd just be like, yo, I got to hold this guy accountable. Like, just throw the 5-yard out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett, do you really think that guy was holding people accountable? Just look at him.
Bro gave Russ an office, yo.
An office in
they gave him an office.
Come on, like,
what does Russ need an office for?
Like, I'm sure Nathaniel Hackett is
he has a house.
So
7 bathrooms.
So Russell,
more bathrooms than touchdowns.
So talking about Russell IQ, just he don't get no blame for that.
Pete Carroll and Nathaniel Hackett.
Huh?
Pete Carroll and Nathaniel Hackett. Come, that's what I'm talking about.
Look how you played with both of them.
Like
it's obvious.
You can be the smartest like X and O's guy in the world, but my thing with Nathaniel Hackett, obviously he's a smart guy. He came from the Packers coaching tree. I can't say obviously he's a smart guy. Well, yeah, not obviously, but
quarterback coach my ass. You just spoke to Aaron sometimes. I can guarantee that.
Oh, he's a nepotism hire, so you can say that. But listen, I look at some people, like I look at some coaches in the NFL. I'm looking at Nathaniel Hackett on the sideline, like just confused, scratching his head. Like I'm like, you don't have command of this locker room, bro. You don't. So that's part of it too.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm telling you right now. Even here at Nassau, shout out Coach Steven Genova, quarterbacks coach for the Nassau. Shout out him, because if he was coaching Russ. And Russ damn near threw a 40-yard bomb, and he told him throw the 5-yard out. I bet Russ won't throw that 40-yard bomb again. Coach Genova gonna make him throw that 5-yard out. I bet he would, and that's just because he gonna bring the hammer in practice. Simple as that. And Hackett, what was he not doing? Bringing that hammer.
Definitely not.
But sometimes it's just instinctual. Sometimes quarterbacks just make those plays because they think they can. It's their IQ. Sometimes it's just like I'll go back to basketball. That's what. If you notice that guy that's just always going like Dame Lillard, that's what. Some of his shots are ill-advised, and you know sometimes the coach will be like, you know, you might have to chill with that. That's what. Dame is still gonna go out there and try to shoot from the logo still.
He's established though.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a good conversation, but coaching, I feel like, does matter. I know Corey disagrees, but look at the talented teams out there that might not make the playoffs. All the talented teams, and you look at the teams that are actually in playoff position that don't have half the talent, but are like the Giants. They're going to make the playoffs. So we'll see how it all winds up the last 2 weeks of the year. But before we get to the game picks, let me remind everybody that you are listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Joshua Umahi, joined by Nico Weech, Corey David, and Franz Compare. Let's get after it. I can't believe it's week 17 in the NFL already.
Is that crazy?
That's wild, and we got some more games to pick. Let's start local with the New York Giants. They host the Indianapolis Colts at 4-10-1. The Giants are 5.5-point favorites. Are we on the Giants? We think they clinch a playoff spot this week?
Upset alert, baby.
Oh.
I gotta take the Colts.
I'm going with my Giants.
Corey.
Wait, what happens if they tie?
I have. Well, why would you wish that?
Both these teams have ties already. Like, it could happen.
Why are you trying to put that evil on us?
Because it'd be funny.
No,
I live for the comedy.
No. I got the Giants. I got the Giants winning.
I'll pick the Giants, but I think Nico makes a good point. These are two weird football teams.
Very weird.
One's going to make the playoffs, one isn't, but anything can happen in this game.
Saturday masterclass at 1 p.m., baby.
Now, you know what? Am I wrong for saying this? I might be wrong for saying this. But I kind of want them to. I kind of want the Colts to lose just because I don't like the fact how Jeff Saturday got hired. I hate on it.
I mean, who else are you making coach?
Huh?
He's an interim coach. Why are you hating on him? He won't be here next season
because he don't have no coaching experience.
I don't know. We'll see. He might be able to make a statement in MetLife this week.
He ain't coaching college, high school, nothing. He just got the job.
Yeah, but we already know it's a dumpster fire of a franchise, so why would it have made sense to hire him?
Jim Irsay on the golf course is just like, yo, you want to coach Jeff?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, if he was going to
give a former coach a job and just like, oh, what can he do, and has actual coaching experience, a guy like Ed Reed wouldn't have been that bad.
I guess he doing his own thing though.
Because you look at it like this, he is one of the smartest players, and there's very few people who can make Bill Belichick light up with a smile, and Ed Reed is one of those people with just his play.
While we're at it, Deion Sanders, head coach of the Colts 2023. Why not?
Nah. Deion already said, I'm not coaching anybody that make more money than me.
That's a great policy. Let's move on. A dumpster fire of a game here. I mean, the Lions are still in the playoff running. That was a tough loss last week to Carolina, though. The 7-8 Lions now host the 3-12 Chicago Bears. The Lions are 6-point favorites at home. Who we got?
We got the Lions. And I need them to start going back to Jamal Williams because he's every other week he was in the end zone. These last 2 weeks he ain't been getting touches in the goal line.
They definitely got to shake things up after you lose to Sam Darnold by 20 points. I mean, what can you say? I don't know. I think it's going to be a good game. The line is 6 points. I think the Bears cover. Justin Fields playing, but I think the Lions get it done and stay in the playoff push.
I'll take the Bears.
I'll take the Bears.
Chicago, baby.
Chicago Bears. On to the next one. The 7-1 Washington Commanders host the 6-9. The Browns are 6-9. That's hilarious.
Nice.
That's actually like perfect. That's
nice.
Who we got?
The Commanders.
I like the way you said it, Nico.
Thank you.
Yeah,
the Commanders.
Seems fitting.
Yeah.
I got the Commanders as well.
I'm going to go with the Commanders as well.
All right,
wait. Hold on. No, never mind. Carson Wentz is starting. I'll take the Browns. I forgot about that. I completely forgot.
So now who you got?
Carson Wentz is starting.
How do you not start Sam Howell? Why is he not getting a look?
So, quick question. If Taylor Heineke lost his job, do he get any more Jordans?
No. He's cut off.
I'm going with Carson.
No.
I'm going to stick with Carson.
Stop.
I'm going to stick with Carson because Carson is fighting he was fighting demons on the bench. So I think he's gonna come out there and he's gonna go.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. His career's on the line. His career might be on the line.
If he does bad, he might be in the CFL. He might be in the CFL.
Yeah,
CFL Carson.
Why we don't talk? Why we really don't talk about Carson? He being one of the biggest busts ever.
No, you can't say that because he had good years.
One.
No, he had
2 at max.
no. When you say bust, you think Zach Wilson. That's bust.
Now, when you think bust,
Carson Wentz was almost an MVP.
When you think bust, you think Jamarcus Russell.
When you think bust, you don't think Deshaun Watson?
No.
Just checking. On to the next game. The 5-10 eliminated from contention in the NFC South. Do you know how sad that is? They eliminated in Week 16 in the worst division we've ever seen.
Who might that be?
The Falcons. They host the Arizona Cardinals at 4-11. Real quick, who's winning this game?
Who's starting? Oh, Desmond Ridder. Tie, baby.
What's going on with Desmond?
He's ass.
Really?
The whole draft class is garbage.
Yeah, it's not what you want.
Desmond.
Is Copa
Yep.
No. Trey Smith-Shirley.
No. It's
Slowly draw it on it down.
And who's starting for the Cardinals?
McCoy.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going Desmond.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. You know, my boy Colt McCoy. Almost led us to the playoffs that year, 1 year, except for Philly doing that foulness.
I'm going Desmond.
All right, so as Giants fans, y'all really still stuck on that?
I'm a little salty about it. A little salty. Because we could have got it. They could have easily knocked Dallas out that year. I mean, we could have been the ones that went in, but you know, it is what it is.
You're mad about a 6-10 team not getting it done, and the Eagles didn't let you in the playoffs. Like, come on. All right, on to the next one.
I just can't wait to return the favor.
Hey, we'll see. On to the next game. The 4-11 Denver Broncos.
Broncos country, let's ride.
They're at the 12-3 Kansas City Chiefs, still in the running for that 1 seed. Who we got?
Not the Broncos.
I felt like it was a hard decision. Yeah.
This is a hard.
That's easy.
We going with MVP Pat. MVP Pat.
You on it for MVP?
Broncos, baby.
I like how the Broncos. I like how Bronco players were defending him.
Actually, you know what? Nathaniel Hackett's out.
Yeah.
Watch Russell Wilson have a masterclass this week, and we're gonna be
It's
like,
the Matt Rule
Yo,
effect.
you predicting the masterclass? I'm predicting the disaster class. Cause I'm telling you, it's all about. I think it's about them coaches. Telling you, it's a lot more about them players.
This is gonna be interesting.
12.5 point spread is wild.
So
Yeah.
this game right here is gonna be the final say in the coaching discussion. Basically, there's no Hackett. If Russ performs, we win.
Yeah. That's fair.
If Russ doesn't perform, Corey wins.
But it's the Chiefs.
yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They got a lot to play for. I don't know.
But look, let's not act like the Chiefs' defense is world beaters. If Russ is Russ, and he ain't got no Nathan Hackett restrictions, he should cook against that defense. Cause I seen a lot of horrible teams cook against that defense.
So you're saying you want to see Russ cook this weekend? Is what you say?
Let's see if he cook. Let's see if he cooking filet mignon or he cooking trash. He cooking chitlins.
He's been cooking chitlins all year long. We'll see what changes against the Chiefs this week. Huge game in the AFC East. The Miami Dolphins at 8-7 travel to New England to visit the 7-8 New England Patriots. The Patriots are 2-point favorites at home. Who we got?
Patriots.
I'm going Patriots.
I'm gonna go tie.
A tie. That would really shake things up in the playoff picture. I can't lie. I'll go with the Patriots. You know what? I think both teams are 8-8 after this weekend. On to the next game, though, real quick. The 7-8 Jaguars travel to face the 2-12-1 Houston Texans. Who we got?
Duval.
Yeah.
Jags by 20.
We all on the Jags?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence. See what he.
Nah, I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence. That's how you. I'm Trevor Lawrence. Why not? That's how you sound right now.
Throwaway game.
The Jags just 3-point favorites on the road against a 2-12-1 team. That's interesting. Here's a big game in the NFC South. The 6-9 Carolina Panthers are at the 7-8 Tampa Bay. What, Nico?
Buccaneers, baby.
Yes. The Buccaneers still have a shot at the division. They can actually clinch the division with a win in this game, but who we got?
Sam Darnold masterclass.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
Ooh, I like that one.
Tampon Bay? I like Tampon Bay more. Tom Booty. I like that.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
Okay.
They gonna lock it up.
I'm going with Corey.
I need chaos. I need to see the Panthers win, so I'll be rooting for them.
Well, Sam Darnold's been playing good.
Buccaneers 4-point favorites. You know, I would say I'm surprised at that, but all season long we've seen what the Buccaneers are about, so I can't be shocked.
Yeah.
The next game, my New Orleans Saints, they still alive. They're at the 13-2 Philadelphia Eagles, who are 5.5-point favorites. Just 5.5?
I wonder why.
No Jalen Hurts. It's Gardner Minshew in there, but who we got?
Minshew.
Got
Corey's on the fly Eagles.
Got them Eagles.
Is that an eagle or like a deformed duck? Like,
That's an eagle.
that's an eagle? Okay, let's check
What are you
it.
talking about?
No, I'm going with the Eagles as well.
Sorry, Josh.
I ain't gonna lie though. Only thing I will be rooting for, I want Taysom Hill to get some touches.
Oh, for what? Fantasy or some money?
Oh no, just wanting to get touches.
No, it's always one or the other.
No, actually, I like Taysom Hill as a player.
Okay.
Just because like I like those players who are like projects where like they can do more than just they fit one type of mold.
Right.
Like he can be your receiver, your running back, your tight end, all that.
You know what? You would think I'd pick the Saints because I want to see them win the division if they're still alive, but
Nah, you ready to be out of here,
man, I need 2 straight losses. I need both of them by 30 points. Get Dennis Allen out my face, all right? That's what I need. Eagles cover. On to the 4 o'clock slate.
Hold up.
What?
Wait a minute. You said Colt McCoy was playing?
That's what ESPN said.
Well, Adam Schefter is reporting Colt McCoy experienced more concussion symptoms and is out for Sunday against Atlanta. Cardinals David Blow.
David Blau?
David Blau will start.
No, take the Cardinals. David Blau's actually a really good backup.
David Blau. Yeah. What team did he?
The Lions.
Oh,
He was on Hard Knocks. Yeah.
I remember that. He gave the Packers a little scare.
That's right.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in that game. That's interesting. No Colt McCoy though.
I'll take the Cardinals.
On to the 4 o'clock slate though. The 6-9 Derek Carless Las Vegas Raiders. The Brock Party is making a stop. The 11-4 San Francisco 49ers. Niners are 9-point favorites. Who we got?
Niners.
Yeah,
with points. Yeah, take that.
No faith in Jarrett Stidham?
Nah.
What kind of question was
your
that,
number
Josh?
one wide receiver's not
You're
even
right.
happy with the move. He went on social media, has some words.
He's going back to Wisconsin.
You think so?
Maybe. That'd be nice.
To play with Jordan Love, right?
Listen,
That'd be funny if Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams just switched like places. Everyone thinks they're going to play together, but why not? Why not? We on the San Francisco 49ers, though.
Yeah.
On to the next one. The New York Jets, 2-point favorites at Seattle. Both teams 7-8. Who we got?
I'm riding with the Jets.
I'm going to go Seattle.
Jets, Jets.
Geno Smith, you've been waiting for this moment.
Oh,
You can knock your former team out the playoffs.
oh, I like what you
That's
did.
right.
I see what you did there.
Listen, he's had that quote week 1, and I ain't right back. There's been some writing back lately,
Could put one right on the chin.
come on. Y'all see where I'm going with it? I got Seattle this one to knock the Jets out the playoffs. Out of playoff standing, out of playoff positioning. On to the next one, the Battle of LA. Yay. I'm so hyped up. The 9-6 Los Angeles Chargers take on the 5-10 fighting Baker Mayfields at SoFi Stadium. Who we got?
I want to say Baker. I want to say Baker because Baker been doing his thing.
Doing this thing's been an understatement. Like,
So
It's been a good quarterback in LA.
I don't know. I'm kind of shook though. I really don't know who to pick.
Chargers 6.5-point favorite. I think that's a lot of points. I'll take the Rams outright.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right. I guess you guys help me make my decision. I'm going with the Rams too.
Corey, you gonna make it a clean sweep?
I'm not going Rams. I'm going Chargers.
Oh, well, no fun.
Man, Baker's the future of LA.
You ain't even believe that.
I do. I want to see him succeed somewhere.
He's played well. You can't deny that,
I
Corey.
feel like giving him the bra. You know you don't believe that.
Listen, Matthew
Stop.
Stafford, he's old. Get him out. Have Baker for a couple years. He's working with that offense.
Baker Mayfield is just older version of Zach Wilson.
No,
No,
stop.
don't even say
Yo,
that.
chill,
Don't even say
bro.
that.
Zach is horrid.
Bro, he led the Rams to a 51-point win last week.
Against
The Broncos. He's the
Wait,
reason
what's
that
the
Nathaniel
Bron-
Hackett's out of a job.
What's the Broncos record?
An amount. They're 4-11.
Stop it.
They're 4-11.
Yeah, so it wasn't that
Rams
much.
are 5-10.
The Broncos have a good defense, though. Nah, not feeling it.
Not this year. They got good defensive players, but they ain't just been up to it this year.
All right, well, on to the next game. How about this one? The Green Bay Packers. Don't look now, but the Packers, they got it all written out for them to make the playoffs. They are hosting. What's up?
Did somebody said like weeks back that the Packers could make it to the playoffs? I believe it was me.
Well, I take it you picking them to win against Minnesota this week.
Minnesota, you ain't gonna play it?
I need a detox from
Aaron Rodgers
Joe
is
Biden
questionable.
right now. Who is?
Aaron Rodgers.
With what?
I don't know, but I just saw it on ESPN. Jenkins, Bakhtiari, Rodgers, Jones, and Watson are all questionable.
So how you feel about your Packers?
Either way, if he was playing or not, I take the Vikings.
Really?
Yeah, 1,000%.
I really grew a hatred for the Vikings after we played them. So I'm going with the Packers. The Vikings are so trash.
I really hate them too because it's easy to hate a team that you know is fraudulent. Like oh yeah, we're 12-3. Oh, so what?
No. Well, the thing that I'm gonna go with the Packers because I was like I said, y'all feel like the Vikings are frauds. But just the fact that they really should have lost that game against the Colts. That should have been a rout. If it was any other quarterback, that's a blowout.
Same, bro.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a big game in Lambeau Field. The Sunday night game. It's not star-studded, but it's interesting. We got the 7-8 Pittsburgh Steelers, still alive for the playoffs, like I said. They're at the Baltimore Ravens at 10-5. Baltimore 2.5-point favorites, just 2.5 at home. Who we got?
Is Lamar playing?
No.
I don't think so. No.
So Steelers.
Yep, he's been ruled out with a knee injury. They won't have Marcus Peters either. They might not have Calais Campbell. The Ravens.
Yes, take the Steelers.
I'm going Baltimore. We believe in Tyler Huntley.
I like that, Corey.
You can believe in Tyler Huntley, but that's a different animal. I mean, TJ Watt's healthy. That Pittsburgh defense been playing well.
Yo, bro.
Well, I mean,
Tyler
if they
Huntley
lose
is
this
a
week,
Pro Bowler.
what?
He's gonna pull
that's
it.
true.
He's
actually.
gonna
Oh,
pull it out.
yeah, he's a pro. You're
Pro Bowler.
You're not wrong, technically. You're not wrong.
If they lose this weekend, though, they lose the division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big game. I like the idea of the Steelers going in there and winning, and Mike Tomlin's never had a losing record. I'm going to keep saying it. You think the Steelers are down and out, but you look now, they're 7-8, still have a chance at a 9-8 playoff seed. I'm rolling with the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Steelers too.
All right, that's going to do it for Week 17. The game picks for Week 17 from the experts at WHPC Sports Talk. Man, so we got another hour to go. How we feeling?
Feeling
great.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, we're going to take a little break, but we got a good second hour for you. We're going to talk about the Knicks. The win 8 straight, lose 5 straight New York Knicks. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets looking to extend their winning streak into 10, 11, maybe 12 games. They got a soft schedule coming up. And then stick around because we're going to have our opinions of what were the greatest, best, and our favorite sports moments of the year. All right, but WHPC Sports Talk will be right back after these messages.
Down the left field line, is it enough? Gone! There it is! 62! Touch first, Mark. You are the new single-season home run king.
I'm not paid to be a role model. I'm paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court.
Here's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. Yes! It is it the shoes?
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
One of the world's most talented athletes is retiring. It is true what somebody said today. There was Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky in front, saved by Flaherty. The rebound, score!
Favre just threw it perfectly right over him to Corey Bradford. Only Brett Favre could do that. I don't care what you say.
This is WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Game on! Game on!
As promised, we are back for hour number 2 of WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Once again, it is Joshua Umahi, joined by Nico Weech, Corey David, and Franz Compare. How are we feeling hour number 2?
Feeling great. I'm feeling energized.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're totally being genuine right now. I can hear it. I can just sense it.
Corey's been playing in the snow. That's what he did on the break.
I hate you. I sometimes hate you, Nico. And no, that is not true.
He's denying the allegation.
Accusations. False accusations.
You know who really needs to get off some stuff? The New York Knicks. Let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it. Listen, the Knicks, I remember we did a show on, I think it was a Wednesday because Corey was here, and we were talking about how great it was the Knicks won 8 straight games, and they finally turned it around and they saved Tom Thibodeau's job, which you may agree or disagree with, but they lose to Nico's Raptors.
That's right, baby.
Lose in the fourth quarter collapse. They lose to the Bulls. Last second, they miss 4 straight free throws, and then DeMar DeRozan games them. They lose to, who was the 13th they played? San Antonio. They lose to San Antonio last night. That's the big one we got to get to.
San Antonio, everybody knows, they trying to lose. Everybody know they trying to tank.
But before that, you lose to the Sixers. You lose a fourth quarter lead to George Niang.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to Dallas, and you should have beat Luka Doncic 60, 20, and 10. All that, but
that's crazy.
You lose because 2 guys can't catch a rebound. He puts the putback up and in, and then you lose in overtime.
No, I'm looking at the stats for last night's game. And that's crazy. You had Quickly and Randall put up 41 points, and everybody else in the starting lineup single digits. Mitchell Robinson put up 0. He ain't give you nothing.
It seems just weird, yo. Like I don't know what to tell you. Let's get into last night. You're thinking, okay, it's a tough loss, but it's Dallas. They're a playoff team. It's Luka Doncic. He's a great player. You're gonna rebound against a young Spurs team that's tanking for Wemby. But you come out and you lose by 7. You're down by as many as like 15 points. You're letting Romeo Langford go off for a career high? Romeo Langford? Who is that? Who are these people that go off for career highs against the Knicks?
He was lit in college.
You said Romeo Langford?
Romeo Langford.
That was the dude that the Celtics had drafted in, I think, the first or second round, and they just relegated him to the G League. He was in the G League his entire Celtics run.
They let Keldon Johnson go off for 30. I mean, he's a solid player.
This is kid that they got named, I forgot his name is, I want to say his name is Jeremy Sochan?
Sochan? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, he brought me a baby Rodman out there. And yes, it's just because of the colorful hair.
Corey, you can hype up the Spurs team all you want.
Oh, no, they trash.
Yeah,
they trash. There's no excuse for the reason why we lost to them. This should be...
You know it's bad when Evan Fournier is back on the court. Bro, he hasn't touched the court since November.
But Cam Reddish can't get any time.
I'm saying, Cam Reddish probably like snuff Tibbs behind scenes and we don't even know it.
I think Tibbs might need sanctions.
I think
he needs what, Josh?
He might need some sanctions.
Yeah.
He might need some sanctions. Like, there's no way Cam Reddish not getting minutes on his team.
I think Cam is not holding his tongue. Like, I think it had to be some like verbal confrontation, and that's why he may not be playing.
I don't see nothing else. The thing that always was crazy about the Cam Reddish situation was the fact that there's a lot of players in the league that vouch for him. Like, yo, like you, Anthony Edwards. As much as you know, we put a high praise on that young guy. Says, yo, Cam Reddish cooked me. he gave me the work. And a lot of people would argue in certain situations when you had the big 3 between him, Zion, and
RJ.
I think he was one of the most highly touted recruits from when you was looking at that whole entire thing. Everybody said he was the best scorer on that team.
Yeah.
He definitely has the ability, and we've seen it during his time as a Knick. But like we say, he doesn't get any minutes. Evan Fournier gets the time. He did have 11 points, efficient shooting, but I'm trying, or I tried today to kind of take it easy on the Knicks, where it's like they don't have R.J. Barrett, they don't have Jalen Brunson, 2 of the mid threes missing. Like Julius Randle did his thing, 41 and 11 and 7 assists, but it's a funny team because you win 8 straight. The Knicks are just gaslighting their fans, bro.
Literally.
It's just, you win 8 straight, you're gonna lose. You're gonna follow that up with a 5-game losing streak against some of the teams you're losing to.
Yeah,
like, what is this?
Look, you said, you know what happened? They said when you said, oh, they might be trying to save Tibbs' job. They're like, oh, word? No, we're not trying to do that.
Bro, honestly, I think you have every right to not be nice to this team, bro. Like, after what? First off, like I was talking about with Braden on the last show I was on against Philly. I don't even know bro's name that was just wilding on us behind the arc.
Minivan.
That's his nickname.
Nickname Minivan,
bro. He was.
I think Shaq goes, you ring,
bro. He was wilding. Like Quentin Grimes just didn't get the gist. Kept helping off ball and was getting sprayed. And then on top of that, we couldn't shoot that whole fourth quarter. It was disgusting. James Harden, Joel Embiid, they were having a field day. Then we go and we get smacked in the mouth by Luka in like 30 seconds. 30 seconds left in the game, we're leading. Not a crazy lead, but not a lead that should be broken in 30 seconds.
It was 9 points with 30 seconds left.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, it's giving me like T-Mac vibes, bro. When T-Mac went crazy in like the last 30 seconds of a game. Oh my gosh. And then he had 2K numbers on us, bro. Like when I was grinding for like Hall of Fame badges, that's what I was putting up in my career, bro. And he was just going nuts. So it's like I think you could unleash the beast on this team because the play that they're putting out there on the court is despicable, bro. Especially from what they showed us, what they can do on that 8-game winning streak. It was great defense. Everybody's producing points, and then they come out here with this trash.
It's funny. I mean, listen, I've said it. They are a social experiment. The Knicks are how mid a basketball team can be. I've said that. And you look at it now, after an 8-game winning streak, you look up now after a week and a half, and they're 18-18. So maybe this team's just destined to be mid. Like, maybe they'll just be a play-in team. That's what I said at the start of the season. Like, that's the best they're going to do.
All right, look at this, though. Remember how we were talking about coaching earlier? Say Tibbs gets out of here, and we do secure a coach. Do you think that's what we need to become a team that's not just dancing around the 500 mark and could actually finish the season with like a plus 8-game record?
I mean, I've been said that Tibbs, he's not the guy for this team. The team, the last 2 years should have been rebuilding, and then if you want to go to the strategy of let's be average until maybe a Donovan Mitchell hits the market again, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or somebody like that, fine. But you should have been rebuilding. You should have given the young guys more burn last year. Yeah. Now they're getting burned because, injuries. That's the only reason. And I see some people stick up for Tibbs, and some will even give the excuse like, oh, we fire too many coaches if we're the Knicks. We can't fire this guy just because. Like, no. Because if he's not it, he's not it.
Yeah.
You can't just say, because we fired all these coaches before, we got to keep this guy. For what?
Yeah.
Appearances? No. I've said he's not the guy, and we're seeing it like... This team, as long as he's been here, they go on little fluke winning streaks. We saw a winning streak last year. Obviously, in the COVID year, we saw a playoff spot, a 4 seed. So they'll do this, but with Tibbs, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So they play the Rockets next. I want to say, the Rockets are trash. They'll win that game, but they just lost to the Spurs, bro. And then you go back home, play Phoenix. You play the Spurs again. You play Nico's Raptors. You play the Bucks, the Pacers, who are ahead of you in the standings now. Like this next team going to go 41-41, and in the year of Wembanyama, that's what they're going to give me. Like, bro, one or the other, bro.
Bro, out of all those teams you named, I'm calling it now. Naismith from the Pacers. Next time we play, he's going to kill us. He's going to kill us because he's been doing his damage in this last couple games they've been playing. I've been seeing him all on the gram, highlight plays. Out of all these teams we play when we come back from Houston, Naismith, I'm calling it right now, he's gonna inflict pain on us.
Yeah, I think. Would y'all? I want like just a quick little Nick question. Would y'all want LeBron at this at this point in his career?
That's random.
That is random. But listen, I would. I would, because LeBron gonna come through and he gonna be the GM. He not even gonna play around with it. As long as he don't bring Russ with him,
Now, only reason why I say this because you look at some of his comments. He seemed like he done. He seemed like he done with the Lakers. He's like, I'm ready. He looked at this point in my career. I don't like this losing no more. He was like this. I gotta evaluate some things.
Yeah, when we play the Lakers, that Austin Reeves 50 piece is gonna break my heart. That might break me.
You calling it?
I'm calling it already.
Calling it 50 piece? Nah.
Man, when we play the Rockets, who's on this roster that's gonna?
What's that? With the lefty
Porter Jr.
Yeah,
Kevin Porter Jr. 50 piece.
No, he might do that because I think he got a 50-pointer in this game. He got a 50-pointer in his career already.
I don't know, but I know he gonna make a highlight play. He gonna break somebody's ankles.
Him or Jalen Green.
Jalen too.
When we come back home, the Knicks and play the Suns, you're gonna have Landry Shamet.
What you think about that
10 threes?
That 40 piece by Bol. Did you see his dunk last night?
Bro, I don't get it.
He threw it in the hoop.
No, but son, that's not why everybody was like crazy. Yo, his arm really looked like the arm from
Space Jam.
Yes, like when Michael stretched it, I was looking like I thought it was fake. I was like, nah, that can't be a real arm.
Bro, I don't get excited when I see Bobo dunk. He just jumps for fun. He honestly could just.
Bobo is a Bobo. I'm not going front. There'll be. I would give up Obi for Bobo.
You would give up Obi for Bobo?
Yep.
I wouldn't be mad at that, low key.
Because look, he basically like diet Victor Wembanyama. Like he basically he can do almost everything. 7'2" guard, could take you off the dribble, shoot.
So if Wembanyama is Dr. Pepper, Bobo is Dr. Thunder.
Yeah.
I know. Let's put some respect on Bobo's name. We gotta realize, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of violating, but like he's just as good. He's just as good.
Bobo played in the Pac-12 at Oregon. He went nuts. Then he comes to the NBA. He was dealt a bad hand.
I don't know why they didn't. I think when they just look at certain big guys, they just like, nah, because him, there was no reason why him and Taco Fall should have went that low.
Yeah,
but because like people like for Zion to go number one, people forget that Taco was kind of locking up on Zion.
Nah, yeah, he was, but then Zion came out on top in the end
because he fouled out. Because Wilson fouled out.
Yeah,
and it was a controversial foul too because Zion went into him, and people are now debating on, yo, Zion playing football out there. But, you see D'Angelo?
Yeah. He was crying. I didn't like that. Like, bro, toughen up, bro. Like, Zion is just big, bro. You can't be mad that he's big and strong compared to you.
He ain't big, wish he like 6'5" and he's just compact.
I wish I had that D'Angelo Russell soundbite in the vault because the way he sounded, he was really like defeated. Like
I'm saying, like
we're playing football. Like, we can't touch him.
Like, what, bro?
Good for him. Like, what? Like, nah, like, you just got your ass beat in the paint. That's all it is.
I'm saying, right? I never heard somebody really cry that bad. And he was referring to that last play where Zion got the steal in the fast break. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, he trucked him. No, he didn't.
He's playing football. We're playing basketball.
I'm saying, right? And say, even if he doesn't get that steal, like, you're not winning.
By the way, when we played the Minnesota Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell, 55 points, bucket. Like, this is what we're talking about with the Knicks. Like, everyone's going to eat against the Knicks.
Like, no. Zion is making D'Lo cry. We're making D'Lo happy.
No, it's not D'Lo. Person who's been sucking this year, Rudy Gobert is going to go crazy.
Rudy Gobert, 30-30, calling it. He's going to wake up. Madison Square Garden is just going to light a fire under him.
Bro, Rudy Gobert is going to single-handedly get into Depoy. He's going to be top Depoy contender after playing us.
5 steals, 10 blocks against us. Like,
literally, bro.
Wait and see what LaMelo going to do when he come in.
Speaking of Melo, he need to come back to the Garden. Not LaMelo, Carmelo.
Might as well.
He was at the Garden. He was at the Garden Christmas Day.
No, he need to. I'm talking about in the Knicks uni.
He might as well.
Might as well.
He gonna slide into that small forward spot.
Yo,
clean.
Who we got there right now?
What do I got?
Evan Fournier. Oh yeah, that's who we got.
I'm taking Melo.
Yeah, give me Melo
over Fournier any day, bro.
I mean, we're slandering the Knicks right now, but they deserve it. They the most mid team I've ever seen. And it's funny that we're talking about all these guys getting career highs on the Knicks when just a week ago I was talking about what I liked about the win streak was they're making players kind of like, oh, we got to play the Knicks.
Yes.
Like, their defense is tough. Like, I don't know. Now, and it's funny that Tibbs is a defensive coach that we're saying this about. Like, I don't understand. But they play the Rockets next. If they lose that game, I don't know what I'll do. I really don't know.
We pack the season up.
Yeah, pretty much. That to keep it short, yeah. But, the other side of town, the Brooklyn Nets, they are on a win streak, 10?
Something like that.
It's hard for me to care about this team just because. And I know.
Because they winning?
No, because I know I want to represent for all the 7 Nets fans out there, especially the ones that listen to our show, right? But
Charlie,
yeah, shout out Charlie. 516-572-7440. But it's just, we know what this team is going to be in the regular season if all their guys are together. Show me something in the playoffs. Like, that's why it's so hard for me to come in every day and make a Nets topic for the show, because I'm like, number one, there's nothing interesting about this team if there's no drama going on.
Yeah.
Number 2, they should be winning. Yeah, they're on a 10-game winning streak. They should be winning. And 3, like, Celtics, Bucks, show me who you are against those teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to really care about the Nets until the spring, until the playoffs start.
Because I know a couple people who are still not believers because, listen, that regular season basketball is different from that playoff basketball. And when the Celtics come through, they come in with a full head of steam. Jason Tatum gonna be screenshotting Kobe messages again. He gonna post it on the gram. That's when KD gotta get scared. But that's all I'm gonna say, man. That playoff basketball is gonna be different. If the Nets could pull it out, catch me in BK celebrating. Cause I'm still from New York. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be celebrating if they pull it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll be like, let's go, Brooklyn.
What? They not the Brooklyn Nets. They New Jersey. They New Jersey. They always gonna be New Jersey.
Listen, bro. If the Nets do find some success, I'm not gonna lie. I'm be happy.
That sound real.
Whatever.
That sound real fakey, my
nah, bro. I'm a Knicks fan at heart. Knicks fan at heart, bro. Yeah, I know this.
That sound real fake.
But if somebody putting on for New York, I can't hate. They putting on for us. But I doubt it's gonna happen.
You know what? I got tickets to I think it's Spurs Nets the day after New Year's Day. I'm going to do some investigating because I've never been to the Barclays Center, but
it's valid.
I've never been either.
I hate it. I went there for a hockey game.
I'm going to probably...
What? I can imagine.
Why you don't like it?
I'm going to probably go...
Well, it wasn't made for hockey, obviously, because the Jumbotron was like in one quarter of the ice, not even in the middle.
Yeah.
So it was disgusting.
I'm gonna probably go when they play the Hornets or something like that. Something stupid.
Nah, yeah, it was valid, bro. I like my experience, except for like they tried to tax me $14 on like tenders and fries. I wasn't jacking that, but other than that, it was
food cost more than the ticket to go watch the game.
Pretty much.
Wild.
The Nets and I've heard some things about the Barclays Center. Like I got an agenda against it. Like I just think it's in the middle of Flatbush. Like why? Why is this here? Like I don't understand.
Bro, I'm not. I feel you. When I went there, I had a couple dudes looking at me, giving me a little side eye. I'm like, bro, chill. Why you looking at me like I'm just here to enjoy the game? Like, dude.
I'm going to be interesting to see how that game goes. And watching Nets in person, they got some good stuff going on, I guess. I got to give them some credit. Yay for the Nets.
No.
Agreed. No. Agreed. That's how I really feel. Want to remind everybody that you're listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Joshua Umahi, joined by Nico Weech, Corey David, Franz Compare, 516-572-7440. That's the number to join the show. We got a special end of the new year, whoa. We got a special New Year's topic, end of 2022 topic. We're going to talk about the greatest sports moments of the year. What were our absolute favorite sports moments of the year? Just to be obligatory, I got to start with this one.
Song curling off the screen, driving baseline. Oh, you fat with a 3. Yes, I just said that. That is that man's name. Don't tweet at me. I don't want a tweet from anybody. That's the man's name.
You almost forget some of these things happen. But yeah, the whole you fat for 3 was this year, people.
No, I remember seeing that. That was too funny.
Did you buy the jersey?
No. I would never buy that jersey.
I ain't going front. I'm trying to give me a Young Ho Cool jersey.
It's Young Wei.
It's Young Wei?
It's Young Wei.
It's not Young Ho?
It's not Young Ho. It's not. I'm sorry. I was heartbroken when I found out too. Because Young Ho, that's a fire name.
Young Ho Cool?
Yeah. My old girl tripping for mine.
Man.
I just broke Corey. That's rough.
Two moments for me that I would say like was a highlight of my year. One, collegiate. I was a big follower with Jackson State and Dion and stuff. So seeing like seeing Travis commit to Colorado, like it was shocking. I didn't think he was gonna go, but at the same time,
did you watch any of their games this year?
What, Jackson?
Yeah. I actually watched a lot of the Jackson State football this year.
Bro, honestly, that last bowl game that they lost, it was really upsetting, bro.
That was. I mean, look, the fact that it was an HBCU and it just so happened that the hands that cost them.
Nah, we can't.
I ain't gonna say it, but
I feel like that Jackson State defense was underperforming all game, kind of, but at the same time, I don't know. I got to tip my hat to NC Central because they although they turned the ball over a couple of times, they still was in that game. I don't know how. It was a good game.
Travis was elite this year. Like Travis, like the fact that he playing both sides.
Facts. He got to get in that weight room though. But him committing to Colorado was a.
If he was to stay at the receiver, you know, I could see him being like in the league.
Who?
Justin Jefferson. He got those type of moves.
I could see that. I'm not mad at that comparison. Not at all. But that was one of my favorite moments from this year, seeing him following prime time to Colorado. But one that I liked a little bit more than that was Zion's fancy dunk with the Suns, bro. This little from the Kim K thing with CP and then Zion adding the cherry on top of like, I don't care how bad your life is and this organization sucks in my eyes. Y'all send my brothers home. I'm gonna dunk on y'all just for that too. So it was just like watching everything with the Suns organization crumble was like, it was fun. Because I'm sick of that team and them tough guys, bro. Watching Cameron Payne try to be a tough guy, CP throwing elbows at Alvarado, I just wasn't feeling any of it. So that Zion dunk was fun to watch.
I'm happy you said that because first on Cameron Payne, every time I hear his name, I just think of that side profile photo of like why are you looking like that? Like the whole chipmunk, like.
No, weak.
But you bring up that play, and I'm so happy because it really brought what the Suns are about. I'm kind of tired of this team too, and I know Eric's not here to defend this team, but you're gonna cry about Zion dunking when like Chris Paul did the exact same thing in a playoff game a couple years ago. Like it's just
bro,
hurt feelings. But you know, Devin Booker, they get back. That's the one player I respect on that team. Yeah. They get back and drop 50 on the Pelicans. But
I mean, Mikal Bridges too. I like Mikal because he's
the only one I like.
Yeah, Mikal was saying how I think on that JJ Redick podcast. I know I be in tune with that. He was saying like, you know, it is what it is, bro. I wasn't hurt by it. You know, he did what he had to do. It was whatever. So I respected the fact that he came out and said that he wasn't in his bag about anything.
Yeah, and Chris Paul got to chill on my guy Jose Alvarado. Like he's throwing elbows at him.
I'm saying, right?
New York's own. Nah,
it's okay though. Jose is thriving. He's thriving. He had like 38 point career high not too long after that.
I do not like Jose Alvarado.
What?
That's a take.
For what though?
I don't like. I don't know why. I don't like players like Patrick Beverley, Marcus Smart, Alvarado. Them players. I don't know why they just annoy me.
I mean,
Brooklyn's own Jose Alvarado.
I'm saying,
I just don't like his play style,
bro.
I just don't like it.
First off, he could actually get a bucket. I
hate those. I don't know how to describe them. I call them pest roles. Where it's like guys you would love if they were on your team, but hate when they're on the opposite team.
Nah, I guess. I see what you're saying. You
just don't like Puerto Rican point guards.
What? Nah, I'm weak. You say you just don't like Puerto Rican.
I don't know why I'm saying what this like.
I was about to pull out but my nephew's Puerto Rican.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But nah, he is. He really is.
He really is?
My nephew's Puerto Rican.
Oh.
Yeah.
So?
And he played basketball this year. Guess what position he played? Point guard.
Point guard?
I apparently do like Puerto Rican point guards.
He's on the shorter side?
Huh?
On the shorter side?
No, he tall.
He tall?
He might. Yeah, he
That's what? Not common in our kind.
You said it.
It's not common in our kind.
He gonna be tall.
I'm Puerto Rican. Fun fact.
You really?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like a lot of people here are Puerto Rican. Oh,
well, my name is like Matt Haitian.
Because my nephew's name is Gutierrez.
Nah, yeah, I don't got no.
Yeah, I was Puerto Rican.
You know what, guys? I'm Puerto Rican too. Pull up with the hat on, y'all. I think I'm playing.
Hat, maybe the team baseball jersey.
Jersey up and really sell it.
One of the greatest Puerto Rican basketball players of all time, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Melo's Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Boy, I know you did not just say that. Nah, you kidding me, right? I'm not. You joking, right?
I'm not.
I know you joking.
I'm not.
Please tell me.
Why am I just finding out about this?
Yo, he literally
Scratch everything I said. That's my highlight of the year right there. Finding out Carmelo Anthony's Puerto Rican.
He really reps that. Like, what do you reps by? Like, he's like half. He's like really half.
Yo, bro, I did not know that.
I swear he opened up basketball courts in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
I don't know. I was tapped in with James Harden in Haiti. You know, I'm more in tune with the Haitians. I know James was in Haiti out there building courts, so I was focused on that.
That's crazy.
But I'm gonna go tap in with that. I'm gonna go do some research on Melo in Puerto Rico.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You ain't. You don't know?
I didn't.
Shout out my Haitians. I went to Westbury High over there. Like I got tapped in with Haitian culture over there. So love my Haitians. You know what? I have some stuff in the vault I want to play. Some of my favorite sound clips of the year.
Can I get one of my highlights off of the year?
Please.
Because I don't thrive off peace and you know that. I thrive off negativity.
Yeah, you toxic. You toxic. Yeah.
So my highlight, my most memorable moment of this year, like sports related, was Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole.
Yo, you know what that reinforced to me? Jordan Poole is like the most aggressively light-skinned man I've ever seen. Because this man got snuffed and he folded right to the ground, like collapsed.
Yeah, well, he fell and Draymond had to hold my. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna go down that easy. Like, you about to make me look like I'm a murderer right
yo. All the teammates just standing like Steph Curry's in the corner, chilling like, wow.
Yo, bro, if my teammates snuff me, bro, you got to trade me next day. I don't care if there's no trade clause in my contract. I'm out of
it. The fact that the video was released too. Like,
exactly.
Everybody was on the sideline like, see, me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Steve Kerr's just like, oh my. Wow.
Same, man.
Gee willikers.
Just like back in Chicago.
No. On the real, Steve Kerr was definitely having PTSD, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, definitely.
No, he's like this. Michael getting this.
He was having one of them That's So Raven bitches, like, yo.
And bro, like, people can't compare the situation because if it's Michael Jordan punch you in the face, it's different from Draymond Green.
What do you mean? They both were 23. What's your point?
No, Franz got a point though. Like, if you're averaging 6 points,
word,
you're averaging the triple single. Listen,
especially if I'm Jordan Poole and I put up way more points than you, especially in the finals. I was putting up crazy points this year in the finals.
Do you wanna play your audios first or because I have a question?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so all right, we see how this season is going for the Warriors, right? And we know what type of player Draymond is and how he contributes to the Warriors.
Yes, he will be back.
So wait, hold on. So say, after that situation where he punched Jordan Poole in the face, do you think that as a GM or a coach, it would hurt if you just let Draymond bounce? Like, do you think that would be such a detrimental blow to your team where you think you guys couldn't be possible contenders without Draymond Green?
I mean, Draymond's important to what they do, but if you had to make the choice between like Jordan Poole and Draymond, obviously Jordan Poole already got his money, but say Jordan Poole's just like, I'll play out the year, but I can't have this guy. Like, nah, I can't play with a guy that just punched me in the face in the video. Like,
I'm not too sure because to me personally, outside of Steph and Clay, Draymond's the third most important player on that team. He's really their point guard. He sets up a lot of stuff for them.
Point guard is a little strong, but he's a playmaker.
He's point guard, because you gotta look at it like this. He's the guy that really sets everything up. He's the guy that like when you see Steph Curry go all the way around, he is the guy that's making a crucial screen that's getting these guys wide open. Even though I would contest that some of his screens are crazy illegal, but he sets a lot of that stuff up. He's the guy that's like he pointing everything out, like just basically directing traffic.
Bro, I look at it like this, right? If I'm Jordan Poole, I get punched in the face, I don't want to play with this dude. Now, I don't think Draymond, I understand he's important, but I don't think Draymond is that break or what do they say?
Make or break.
Make or break, yeah, that make or break piece for a team. Because if Draymond is the point guard, right, as Corey would say, I feel like Jordan Poole, we know he's a bucket getter, but I feel like he's somebody you can also run that offense through. Now, let him get those minutes. If you get rid of Draymond, let him get those minutes that Draymond was getting. Have him run that offense. You guys might be a little shaky on defense with him, Clay, and Curry on the court at the same time. But because you have 3 elite scorers on the court, it's going to make up for it. So I feel like you teach Jordan Poole how to run that offense. Yeah, have him set those screens that Draymond was setting, even though he may not like it. But sooner or later, the more he stays in this organization, he's going to slowly become that man of the team once Curry and Clay, their time starts to finish out. And you find some pieces to build around that Jordan Poole type of player. I don't know what's going on with James Wiseman's situation, but that was another thing I was going to bring in. Too, like when the situation first happened, I was gonna say you also develop Wiseman, and he's gonna be a great piece. But right now, it's not looking bright.
You said Wiseman?
Yeah, but it's not looking. It's not.
You know what?
It's not turning out how I thought it would be.
I've watched a couple of the last Warriors games. He's playing better. He's like actually looking like an NBA player. But when they could have had LaMelo, like you always say, it's tough.
Yeah, I listen. I just say when that whole situation first happened, if I was a GM or head coach, like, I wouldn't hesitate. Maybe I would, but like I wouldn't be like, oh my God, Draymond needs to stay. That's just how I seen it. I just wanted to know where I was thinking about.
I just felt like
I agree with you.
He's just the heart. I'll always say he's the heart of that team. So removing their heart.
See, when people say that, I'm like, is he the heart, or is it the 2-time MVP, 4-time champion point guard? I'm like,
I'm trying to say it's not Steph.
No,
it's not Steph.
Oh, okay.
Right. Who do you believe is the vocal leader in out of that entire? Who do you believe is the vocal leader?
Well, you could probably hear if you're inside, you could probably hear Draymond like 3 blocks over. Like Draymond, he's that loud. Like, so I have to say him.
No matter what you say about him, he apparently holds a lot of weight. Because if you can go up to Kevin Durant and curse him out, it was like, hey, we still keeping him.
I know that wasn't 2022, but
I'm saying he got away with punches. He got away with calling your star player whatever you wanted.
He was calling Kevin Durant all types of bitches on the court. Like, but you're Draymond Green and you're Kevin Durant. First off, how is it sliding, bro? And then, bro, like it's crazy. He's got away with a lot.
And it seemed like he just took it because it's like, ain't nothing I really could do. And then he's like, this one first chance he got out to leave, that's what he did. Yeah. That's all he could do.
It was sliding because that team was still producing, and on top of that, KD's Mr. Twitter fingers.
KD has some wild tweets.
Yeah, he probably didn't say nothing to Draymond, but when he got home, he unlocked his notes and he said, "God, I hate Draymond. Next time I see him, I'm gonna throw a bad bounce pass."
Like on the daily burner. Journal entries.
Yeah, like.
You know who also has Twitter fingers? This guy.
The Brooklyn Nets should be named the Brooklyn Hostess Cupcakes because they're creamy and they're soft in the middle.
I still don't understand what that means.
Yo, let me find
I think the people need to hear that one more time.
The Brooklyn Nets should be named the Brooklyn Hostess Cupcakes because they're creamy and they're soft in the middle.
Yeah.
They creamy and they soft in the middle.
Oh my God.
Huh. Yeah, I'm struggling to understand what he meant by that. And we got we're talking about the prime of Kendrick, the great Kendrick Perkins, right? The Hall of Fame screen setter. Like,
yo,
that's what we're talking about.
This video is
what's that mean?
Yo, that's too funny, bro. Kendrick Perkins is a guy, man.
It was such a great year for commentating.
It was. I wish I had some more, but you have Robert Griffin III just saying anything on broadcast.
Oh my God!
Some of the stuff Robert Griffin was saying, he shouldn't be on the air.
He's silly.
When he said the boo, I ain't gonna go with. I'm just gonna say boo. He said it's a whole word, has some negative connotations to it. I was like, why is this man on air? He's just always cringeworthy to me, even on Twitter.
Yeah, Robert Griffin. Did you see his Christmas? Actually,
yes,
no, I'm not
my great. I was like, you ain't even had to.
That's right. Yeah, I saw that tweet too.
Could have just said family.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary. Like,
you think you're just playing into the jokes?
Yeah, he has to.
That was the one time in my life I said, "Why do you always got to make things about race?"
Just unprovoked, just interracial. Like, okay, all right, Robert. All right. Speaking of questionable commentary, you can't forget about this man.
Speaking of I want time out. Whoa. Pause. Ladies and gentlemen, I will call it myself.
Chuckster, we're live.
Did they pause it? Talking about.
It's not like we can stop and.
Hey, that's not what I meant.
No, it sounded like Kenny said pause.
Yeah, I would hope that he did. That's crazy. That's a wild thing to say.
Yo, Kenny from Kenny's from New York, so yeah, I think he gave him a pause. Like, yo, pause. Wow.
I love that the instant reaction was just like, yo, what is this man on right now? But that's not all from Chuck. That's not all from Charles Barkley.
And that's not what Draymond's doing. Draymond is bracing. Yeah. And Joker, instead of going around him, he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker, only nugget in double figures.
Thoroughly enjoying that.
A great time.
Yo, he was dead serious too. He just let him go for 20 seconds, just saying the most questionable stuff.
Banging and banging.
Let's keep them going. We got any more of our favorite sports moments of 2022?
I'm gonna go with the South Carolina versus UConn game, women's basketball. I just felt as though it was a crazy game. To me, I felt it was better than the men's game that year. That's just me personally.
All right.
The national championship basketball, college.
You remember what happened in that game?
No.
It was a 15-point comeback in the second half. They outscored them 31-10.
Who played?
It was Kansas versus North Carolina. That was a great game.
We do not care about.
Yo, Corey for the women. He remembers the women's basketball.
I remember the women's. I remember Destiny Henderson. She problem. And then she came into the league, got drafted by Indiana Fever. And then you got Paige Buckers, who's like slowly but surely taking over the women's game. Unfortunately, she's injured right now. But when you look at her, like, I feel like in the future, like, you're going to see a lot of people paying more attention to the women's college basketball. Unfortunately, he had to stay all 4 years, though.
All right, we got any more favorite sports moments?
Antonio Brown.
yeah, we got to spend some time on that. Wasn't there a report or a tweet that was like he was locked in his house and the cops were outside?
Standoff with the cops.
And we didn't hear anything about that since?
They didn't have a warrant, so they couldn't do anything.
Yo. And you know he's a rapper now.
Put that stuff on.
Put that ish on.
I was trying to keep PG.
You know, on that note, my favorite sports moment of 2022, because I'm a lot like Corey. I'm toxic. I'm very misery loves company type of person.
I don't want problems. I don't want positivity. I want negativity.
Well, Tom Brady getting divorced.
Oh
man, when I tell you, I hopped up out my couch. I was fist pumping.
Talking about does that coincide? Does that coincide with retirement? Like, does that coincide like him retired and then coming back? And then just
no, why would you want him back?
No. I mean, the fact that he did all that and then like he did all that in 2022, right?
Yeah.
So
that's the reason he got divorced.
Yeah, Giselle wasn't having it, and to even like sweeten the deal, we had the jiu-jitsu dude story. It was great.
Tom Brady's a cuck. That's why.
Tom Brady going out sad. I loved
Kissing
it.
his sons.
I got one. Sure. Aaron Judge home run record this year.
Who cares?
I was gonna bring that one up, but I knew Nico's reaction was gonna be exactly that.
Nico, chill.
Who cares? They're not gonna win a championship for the next 20 years.
All right, in 20 years I'll be 39, so I'll be here to see it. It's okay.
This really didn't move Nico.
High fly ball, deep left. There it goes.
Take Michael K off the radio. Take him off.
Keep it going.
Michael K's the GOAT.
I got it.
I got the move over, babe one, right?
Oh, I do.
Oh, Jesus.
I do.
If there's any call in sports history that pisses me off the most, it's definitely this one.
It might have been the same call. Hold on, because I cut it off a little early.
Bro, why is him saying move over, babe, upsetting you?
Move? That's the best you could have done?
Listen, bro. It was good enough.
Let's see if he says it here.
He has done it. 62. Aaron Judge is the American League single-season home run leader.
No, it couldn't have been this one,
The AL King.
Case closed.
Case closed from Michael K. I think it's this one.
And the 3-2. Drilled deep to left field. This could be it. See ya. He's done it. Number 61. He's been chasing history, and now he makes it. He and Roger Maris are tied with 61 home runs.
Oh, I guess I don't have it in here, but the slide over babe was That's a choice.
That was a call.
Yeah, that was a choice from Michael. Who wants to go next?
I don't know if you guys remember, Tiger Woods had that really bad car accident earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And then he came back and played at Augusta in the Masters. Just seeing him play after that car accident, that was awesome.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he is the GOAT.
He is.
He really is.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah. Tiger Woods, baby.
And he's the
his son is amazing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen a picture of his son. His son looks like an adult.
Yeah, he's 13.
That's great.
Kid's 13.
It's like his body's like maturing OD fast, bro. He has like a 30-year-old face. I was like, what?
Yeah, but what's awesome about them is that he has the same exact mannerisms as Tiger. Everything he does,
Yeah, I've
he
seen
plays
the side by sides.
same. It's insane.
It is.
You know, a 2022 moment, and this wasn't really a sports moment. It was that Thanksgiving show we did.
Oh my god,
That's an all-time show.
That's when Nico was like the plate police, bro. He was pulling up all the bad plates.
Nico was plate watcher for sure.
Nah, that was crazy, bro. What's another one? I was a big fan of that Michigan Ohio State game.
Yes,
for the college football. I was sadly disappointed with the way Ohio State played against Michigan. I thought it was going to be way better, but Michigan came and they caught Ohio State lacking, pants down. Like they straight up they went crazy.
Creamy and soft in the middle.
They went crazy. They didn't leave no crumbs on the plate.
You know what's interesting about that? Because we're going to have the college football playoff this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Michigan's playing TCU. Ohio State's playing Georgia.
Do you guys have any favorites?
I just want to see Michigan Ohio State again.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I want to see.
TCU to make it. I want TCU to win it all.
So you want to see the Cinderella kind of get it?
Nobody ever thought TCU was going to be in the Final Four.
It's all about the end. It's all about Michigan over here.
You're a Michigan fan?
I've been a Michigan.
How have I never known this?
There's only two teams. No, there's only two teams I root for in college football: the U and the M. Michigan and the Hurricanes. Those are only two I rock with.
The Hurricanes are so down bad now.
Yeah.
I remember when they had Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, all those guys. Like, what are they?
Bro,
now?
like Hard Rocks.
You know what made me a fan of them? Like the two things that actually made me fans of both teams was documentaries I watched on them when I was like mad young.
Oh, about them and Notre Dame and all that?
No, I watched the Ohio State versus Michigan rivalry documentary, and I was like, I knew what side I wanted to be on. And my brother was on the other side. He rocked with Ohio. I was like, I don't rock with them.
I remember when the U used to beef back in the day with Notre Dame. I was
watching a whole bunch of documentaries about them, and they just had swag.
They did.
Just them dancing and the celebrations that they was doing. So it's like, it's sad that they like that, but I think they can make a comeback. They need to get more of the guys that they need to start recruiting more in town. Basically, stop letting the guys from Miami and stuff get out. There should be no reason why Frank Gore Jr. is playing for Southern Miss,
Mississippi,
and Sean Taylor's brother Gabe Taylor is playing for Rice. Those two guys should have been Miami recruits.
Speaking of Frank Gore Jr. in 2022 moments, when he was doing that post-game interview and his auntie was going crazy in the background. Auntie chill.
Yeah, Auntie chill. Tell me. I second. Well, at least Frank Gore is, Jr. is having success. Last memory having Frank Gore, didn't he get knocked out or something? Didn't Frank Gore get knocked out?
Yeah, he had that boxing match.
He had a boxing match. He didn't do too good.
Didn't he knock somebody out though?
No. You thinking about Le'Veon Bell against Adrian Peterson probably.
That's right. AP went out sad in that fight.
That's tough. Bro, that's the thing. If people don't start becoming rappers, they turn to boxing.
It's one or the other lately, right?
They're just running out of money. They're blowing their money. It's obvious at this point.
It's crazy. And don't crucify me because y'all will be seeing me in a boxing gym 2023. It's on my vision board. Yeah.
You about that? Huh? You really about that?
Listen, bro, I just need to learn some self-defense, man.
The closest thing I'm getting to a boxing gym is I got me the VR app. I'll be playing virtual reality boxing.
I got to get in there too. I want to see what it's about.
I go for another moment for 2022 that was just like crazy. Just watching the World Cup this year. I was like, it was super crazy. Like, especially coming from people who don't usually watch it, and just watching the intensity and just like, oh, that's what this is all about.
Yeah. I told you guys the other day, like, there's always that one event that will get somebody hooked on a sport.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like Hurricane Katrina. That's how I became a Saints fan. Mm-hmm. I was a sentimental kid, so I'm like, they're at the MC Championship game after Katrina. Like, I was rocking with that.
Yeah.
For me, for football, it was the Patriots versus Eagles Super Bowl. That's the first Super Bowl I ever watched, and I became like
2004. Yeah,
I
forgot you're 28, bro.
I
thought you were talking about I thought he was talking about the 2017 one for a second.
That's when I really became a football fan. Like just like OD watching it, because I became a fan of like T.O. I ain't gonna say I was a fan of the Eagles, but I was a fan of T.O.
Nah, you was a fan. You was the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants fan. Yeah.
Nah, because
you followed T.O.
Wherever T.O. went, that's where I went.
So Eagles, Cowboys, and then you became a Giants fan. Yeah.
No, it was like side. Like you have a side person, like a side team.
A side piece? Yeah, I know what that's
side piece. Yeah. Like wherever T.O. went, that was like my side piece team, but I was always Giants.
Your T.O. was kind of like my Hakeem Nicks, bro. Like, I was a big Hakeem Nicks guy.
Hakeem the Dream, number 88.
I was a big Hakeem Nicks fan back in the day. I like Plaxico a lot, too.
I still remember when he caught that Hail Mary in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I don't know why. I was a fan of his, too. Like, he just had like a different swag to.
Had that dog in him.
Yeah.
Then he got the foot injuries, and then it was.
It's crazy how, like, Victor Cruz just took all that thunder away from him. Remember, Dominique Nixon, all those guys?
Yeah.
Those were the good times.
It's sad to see how Victor Cruz career played out.
He's such a big
I erased his Chicago Bears career on my mind.
Well, I completely forgot he was a Bear.
That was not on my radar until you said that.
To me, he never left.
Nah, but...
But my point being, like, it's sporting events or certain players like that that'll get you hooked on a sport. And I was always a casual soccer follower. Like, 2014, 2018 World Cups I watched, but I wasn't really locked in like that. But that final match, not just the countries playing, and it's obviously high profile, the two GOAT candidates in that game, the way it played out, Argentina goes up 2-0.
Yep.
Mbappe comes back. They go 3-2, and Mbappe comes back again. All the extra time being played, and it goes to penalty kicks, and Messi and Argentina gets it done like that. You look at the star power, the drama, and when you really like, because soccer to me was always like, I can't. Listen, I have a short attention span. What can I say? So I can't watch people run around a big ass pitch for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
but I'm hooked now. Like, that final was that great,
bro.
That's the best World Cup, I think.
Easy.
Of the century, at least, the best World Cup.
Yeah, bro. Because first off, Morocco, they shocked everybody.
Yep.
Like, that's kind of like the TCU situation. Like, who would have thought this team is going to make it this far? Then on top of that, with the whole politics behind it, like, oh, if Messi doesn't win this, he can't be the GOAT. Like, it's going to Ronaldo. And that just made Argentina's run even more special. And then Mbappe just single-handedly, like, foot on Argentina's neck, like, keeping France in this game was unbelievable. Like, for them to come back and then Argentina gets that last-minute goal to go ahead, and it's like, damn, like, game over. Yeah, I came back for no reason. And then Mbappe just like, nah, let me just kick this ball. Somehow somebody's hand is going to hit it while it's in the box. And he was just at them all game long. It was kind of sad to see that one of these teams had to lose. It was sad to see it because, like, I don't know. I like both
needed
players.
Messi to get his World Cup.
I like both players, though.
I do, too, but Mbappe already got his World Cup.
Nah, yeah, he does.
Let Messi get his.
He does, but like Josh was saying, like, two GOAT candidates, like, the way Mbappe's playing, like, his resume is stacking up at a ridiculous pace, and who knows, by the time his career's over, like, what he's going to accomplish.
Right.
You know, I was speaking to somebody during the final match. They were like, oh, yeah, who are you going for? I'm like, France. They're like, bro, you're Haitian. They're like, what's going on here? I'm like, he was like, yo, France like did us dirty. And I'm like, yo, you're so right. Like, I forgot about that. Like, we're probably still playing like reparations to this day and we didn't even do nothing wrong.
That's what was funny about, like, because I would watch a match and I'm like, oh, I'm rooting for that team. And then somebody would be like, don't you know the history between these two countries? I'm like, well, like,
what's the name got I like, even though you eliminated my squad and I was like, I was rooting for the U.S. I was rocking with a couple of players from the Netherlands. I didn't know there was that many black people in the Netherlands to begin with. But I'm like, you know what?
Yo, nowadays it's like no matter what your choice is, bro, something's coming out from behind the scenes. Like, even if I went for the U.S., like, you know, they don't even jack me how they supposed to. But
I ain't go for
it's whatever, bro. I'm riding with them.
That kid Memphis really liked that kid.
Yeah, it was a celebration.
Memphis is cool. It's just his back tattoo. The back tat.
It's not what you want.
Nah, his back tat's fire, bro. Like, that's the only thing I like about Memphis.
I got another thing about like the year of 2022. This really don't count as a moment, but it counts as like a realization. I realized last year, like, yo, LeBron might be done.
He's not done, bro. You know, Bronny to the league confirmed. He's waiting for him.
Bronny's trash, though.
Bronny's not trash.
Bro.
He's not as good as his younger brother.
Yeah, we can't even say that yet. We can't even say that.
Yo, Nico, we don't agree on a lot. That's what,
bro. What has Bryce done? What has Bryce done for you to say he's better than Bronny? Let me hear it. Nothing. You don't watch his AAU games.
I'm going to tell you right now. He got the genetics. He gonna be the one that's
bro,
like.
They have the same genetics.
No, they don't. No, they
Michael
don't.
Jordan got two sons that ain't making nowhere. So let's just remember that.
Bro, I didn't even know Michael Jordan had sons.
You know, there's a lot of failures as a parent. That might be up there.
Listen, bro.
When you NBA play, your kids barely like unless you was like trash in the NBA, like you wasn't that good. Like you'll see like Gary Trent Jr. He'll be good. He'll be okay. What's the power forward for Sacramento right now? Sabonis?
Yeah.
Sabonis, your pop wasn't that crazy in the NBA, but he was in like Europe. But like you'll be all right. Which you was like
look at JB.
If you was a star player,
JB,
Jalen Brunson.
He's doing way better.
If you was a star player, oh, your kid's definitely trash, super trash.
I don't know. Michael Jordan's son can still bag Larsa Pippen though. So
that was a big moment. That was a big moment.
Think about this: like most of his son income comes from him technically because he runs a sneaker store that only sells Jordans.
Oh, nepotism.
That's crazy. Nah, but
damn, imagine being in the shadow of Michael Jordan.
That's tough.
Imagine being Magic Johnson kid.
Well, there's a lot of things I think about.
No, wait. No, not that one. Not the one you think I'm talking about. I'm talking about he got a son, he got an older son, EJ. Not EJ, but he got another son named Irvin. I think that's just not athletic.
No, really?
Yeah,
seems a lot of them.
Not the one you thinking about.
That's two shout-outs, bro.
Yeah, we really
Magic Johnson's son on this show. I don't understand.
Yo, y'all might get canceled before the year's over.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't.
We got like 36 hours.
Really pushed the limit on something.
Listen, we uncancelable. Like, what can we? Like, if we're that good, we can't be canceled. That's my favorite moment of 2022. We were not thrown off the air.
If
right?
I would have really said the joke that I was thinking about, then
I held back. I think we all held back, bro. I think we all.
It's like that time Dwayne Wade's.
No. You mean the one that's in the G League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
Zaire. Yep. No, time out. That's one of the greatest examples. Zaire, D-Wade's son, is literally in the G League. Only reason why he's in the G League is because dad owns the team.
Literally.
That was the kid I was talking about. That was the son I was talking about.
Before I jinx him, we finally get thrown off the air because of where this is going. Remember when Michael Jordan showed up to the NBA All-Star thing, the ceremony, just drunk off his ass, just tackling MJ, tackling LeBron, tackling Luka.
I'm not gonna lie to you, as much as we clown Knicks ownership and stuff, Yo, Jordan gotta be approaching horrible owner status. Like he gotta be like top 3 horrible owners in sports.
It's only 2 days left in 2022, but I guarantee you 2023, the Charlotte Hornets are gonna get hit with a Rico.
They might just get hit with
They're gonna get hit with the Rico.
Yo,
like they're gonna re-sign Miles Bridges. Like they're really going all the way with it.
Nah, yo, they bugging.
They just don't care. Like so, we gotta be honest. Sports teams really don't care.
Some of them really don't.
It's all about the moolah.
Look, I was fearful that Baltimore was gonna sign AB this year.
Why were you fearful? That would have been a good look. No.
What?
On the
what?
In my humble opinion. It would have been a good look. I mean, it's better than who do they have running routes? 50-year-old Deshaun Jackson? Sammy Watkins now, yeah.
God.
Sammy Watkins and Deshaun Jackson.
Nah, I would much rather them than AB, bro. Not talent-wise, but because AB might like leave the team next week, drop a diss track.
I know we don't got that much time. I know we don't got that much time yet, but the Warriors not gonna get no love for winning the championship.
I was gonna go there. I was gonna go with the champions: the Rams, the Warriors, the Astros in baseball.
Yo, the Rams should not have won that.
People thought they was dead and buried. Like they thought they was tanking years.
Not me.
It was just horrible. They came back and said, "Yo, we them ones. We them guys." I mean, it did help that the fact that Jason Tatum, who always says, "I'm in Mamba mode." I don't know what mode you tapped into last play in the finals.
Yeah,
that was Russ mode.
Franz touched on that. Like Tatum with he'll leak the Kobe text. He was wearing the Celtics pre-draft fit that Kobe had to the press conference.
He was like,
all that to lose in 6 games.
I didn't see that leak one that he had from Russ. He said, just keep shooting.
I just felt bad for Al Horford.
Yeah.
I want him to get that chip.
It's not because you feel bad for his sister's Twitter activity.
Oh, God.
Nah, she was gassing him up.
Nah, she was bugging with that one. That was wild.
I don't know if this counts as like a moment, but just Ben Simmons, 2022. Ben Simmons, 2022.
Yo, my boy Ime Udoka got done wrong. That's the 2022 moment.
He did.
He got done so wrong. Like my Nigerian brother. Like, come on now.
They
couldn't wait. They were just looking for any excuse.
No, wait till when them details come out, we gonna find out.
The details already came out. He's a rich guy. So what?
Nah.
So what? That's a floozy job.
End the show. End the show. Before we get canceled.
Because the way they talk about him, way Matt Bars and a lot of these athletes are talking about him. They said, "Yo, he ain't never getting the job back."
Yes, he will.
Knicks coach 2023.
That's exactly where he's going.
Let's go. I'll take Franz's advice to end the show, but thank you for sticking with us the entire year. We had a lot of drama, had a lot of stuff going on, but you stick with WHPC Sports Talk all the way 2022. We appreciate you. And that'll do it for the end of the show and our show this year. So from Nico Weech, Corey David, and Franz Compare, I'm Joshua Umahi, thanking you once again for listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College. 90.3 WHPC. See you next year.
The views expressed on air are not necessarily those of WHPC, its management, or Nassau Community College. Responsible opposing viewpoints will be considered by emailing them to whpc@ncc.edu or by mail at WHPC 1 Education Drive, Garden City, New York 11530. Thanks for listening to the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.